everyone, my name is Kim and welcome to my very first YouTube video. Today I wanted to share about my experiences when I took the Ielts exam last January 2022. So, if people are watching who are interested in taking the exam in the near future, hopefully, yung mga i-share ko sa inyo ay makatulong at makarelate din kayo sa mga experiences ko, hopefully. So, let's start with the first step. This is going to be very straightforward because as I mentioned, this is my first video and I'm not good at editing yet. So, hopefully, you bear with me at makatulong sa inyo yung mga tips and tricks na ituturo ko sa inyo. First step is to schedule your exam. You can schedule your exam online through IDP website or the British Council. So you have two options. When I took the exam, I selected IDP, mainly because it is more convenient for me to take the exam outside Metro Manila, and IDP offers different venues, exam venues outside Metro Manila. Actually, I don't know about British Council. I did not research anything about them, but of course you can take your exam from them using their facilities. Now, when it comes to pricing, the exam is around 11,000 pesos, and that is a lot of money for an exam actually, so you'll have to prepare yourself and your pocket as well. Next, once you booked your venue already, IDP will email you the schedule of your exam. So, don't be surprised kung wala yung specific na venue at dates and time na mag-e-exam ka or kung saan ka mag-e-exam. A few days before your actual booked exam date, magbibigay sila ng specifics and details about your exam. So, it is possible na your exam will be in 2 days or just 1 day. In my case, naging 2 days siya kasi I was scheduled on a different day for the speaking exam. So, I had to come back to the venue to take the rest of the exam. But they will provide you the details about it kapag malapit na yung inyong exam date. So, what are my expectations and the realities of it when I actually took the exam already? So, my first expectation is sobrang hirap nung exam. Sobrang takot talaga ako noon, sobrang kabado. Lahat talaga dinetali ko para lang makasigurado na very familiar ako dun sa mga possible na questions na lumabas. And actually, it was a lot easier than what I expected. I'm not saying na madali siya, pero mas madali kaysa sa inaasahan ko. Maybe this is not to brag, but yun lang talaga yung na-feel ko after I took the exam. Mas madali siya compared sa expectation ko. Maybe because sobrang dami ng possible questions na posibleng lumabas, and I was afraid na baka hindi ako familiar sa mga tanong pag nabasa ko yon sa exam. But it turns out na makakaya mo yung exam as long as prepared ka. So, that brings me to my second expectation, which is kailangan mong mag-enroll sa review center. It depends on your choice kung magre-review ka sa isang review center, but there are a lot of other resources online na makukuha mo for free. So, I actually enrolled in a review center, and I think kung medyo hindi ako nagmadali, mas nakatipid ako ng konti dun sa fees na binayaran ko sa review center. I wasn't really expecting to take the exam ng January, and akala ko meron pa akong several months to prepare. But as it turns out, kailangan ko na mag-take ng exam for reasons I can't disclose yet at the moment. But yun nga, if you have the luxury of time, you can research online and you can review on your own pace for free. And if in case you need resources, I can also share. You can comment on the comment section, and if we're friends on Facebook, you can message me to ask for resources, kasi yung in-enroll kong access dun sa review center ay lifetime access. So, yun, hindi ko na siya kailangan, but if you need the resources, I can definitely share it with you. Yeah, that's my second expectation. And the reality is, hindi mo naman talaga kailangan mag-enroll sa isang review center para makapag-review or ma-familiarize yung mga possible questions na pwedeng lumabas. Another expectation is after 13 days, makukuha ko na kaagad yung result. But in reality pala, it will take a few more days after the 13 days na processing nila ng results na exam, because I live outside Metro Manila and they have to ship it through a courier. So, it will be delayed by a day or two in my case, kasi I'm just in Bulacan, so a day or two na-receive ko na yung results ng exam ko. Although, they will provide you a text message, a text notification dun sa score na nakuha mo per exam type and your overall band score. Pero yung kind of a certificate na ipoprovide nila ay ipapadala nila through courier. So, yun. If you're on a tight schedule, you definitely have to consider that one. Okay, now, punta naman tayo dun sa 4 parts of the exam. We have listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So, dun tayo sa first one, which is listening. So, actually, another expectation is that ito yung pinakamadali among the 4 parts. Pero, in my experience, hindi ko rin siya masabing pinakamadali. Because, kailangan din na attentive ka at naiintindihan mo yung sinasabi. So, during the exam, you will be provided wireless headphones para marinig mo ng malinaw yung mga sasabihin ng speaker. So, it's important para masagutan mo yung mga tanong. Before the exam starts, bibigyan ka rin ng few minutes para mabasa mo yung mga tanong na dapat mong sagutan. And it's important na basahin mo talaga siya at hindi maghintay na lang nung sasabihin ng speaker. Kasi kapag binasa mo siya ahead of time, alam mo na kung ano yung i-expect mo na sagot from the speaker dun sa ita-play nila na recording. And in my case, what I did is I tried to encircle keywords para alam ko kapag narinig ko na yun yung sagot. One funny story is that I felt like ready na ako to receive the information, to listen to the recording, and then medyo nagulat ako na yun na pala yung start. So, nung narinig ko yung answer sa number 1, parang medyo na-shock ako at hindi ko siya na-absorb. Alam ko na yun yung answer, pero dahil number yung minention niya, hindi ko tuloy nasagot yung number 1. So, alam kong yung number 1 ay mali yung sagot ko. So, yun, that's one tip. You have to really focus at wag mapa-distract maybe. And then, yeah, you have to also consider the volume of the headset that you're using para, kasi another distraction din yun kung too loud or too low yung volume. So, you have to adjust it to your comfortable listening. Anyways, you'll have to also be aware of the instructions na ibibigay dun sa booklet na merong mga questions. So, if sinabi dun sa instructions na you can only use the maximum of 2 words, dapat yun lang yung gagamitin mo. Kasi, even though tama yung sinagot mo, pero lumampas ka dun sa number of words, dun sa phrase na isinagot mo, considered wrong din yung answer mo. The next part is reading. So, dito naman, ang kalaban mo ay yung time limit. Kasi sobrang haba talaga ng mga essays na ibibigay dun sa exam. And that is already expected. You won't find yung mga short essays lang or passages. You have to expect na talagang mahaba yung mga babasahin mo dun sa reading exam. Kasi nga reading exam. So, yun yung itatest sa'yo. So, one tip is to read first the questions para alam mo kung ano yung hahanapin mo dun sa essay. So, you don't need to read everything before answering. What you'll have to do is to scan. Just to scan, so you won't waste your time reading everything. So, if through scanning, hindi mo pa rin nahanap yung sagot, then that's the only time that you'll have to really read the paragraph para maintindihan mo yung kailangan mong isagot. But, most of the time, scanning lang talaga dahil sobrang haba ng mga essays. Don't overthink kung ano lang yung hinihingi, yun yung isasagot mo. You don't need to analyze the paragraphs. You just have to answer it straightforward. Okay? The next part is writing. Ito yung ina-expect ko na pinakamahirap among the 4 parts. So, it is divided into task 1 and task 2. So, the task 1 is more on interpreting data. So, you'll find graphs, process flow charts. So, yun. And you'll have to analyze and narrate the details into writing. And the second part is more on an essay. So, you'll be given questions that you'll have to answer. It could be an open-ended question. It could be comparison of the advantages and disadvantages. Maybe you'll get asked to compare the 2 point of views and select one that you agree with. So, yun yung mga possible na types of questions. So, what I did is, based na rin dun sa itinuro ng review center na in-enrollan ko, you'll have to do first the task 2 because that will be 66% of your writing score. And task 1, which is the easier one, will be 33%. So, syempre, para makuha mo yung maximum score na kaya mong ma-attain, dun ka pumunta sa mas malaki yung weight, which is task 2. And it is also time limited, so you'll have to really manage your time. Prepare your outline para hindi labo-labo yung iyong content. And the last one is the speaking exam. Actually, ito yung una na tinake kong exam. I took it January 28 and the rest of my exams January 29. So on January 28, I was given time na dapat pumunta ako dun sa venue, and I was asked to arrive 30 minutes before my scheduled time kasi i-check pa nila yung identification. They will take a photo of you for their records, and yun. Since it is still a pandemic, you can't expect na face-to-face yung interview. So in my case, what they have is a computer setup, and the interview was done via Zoom call. So, you don't have to click anything on the computer. Basta wait mo lang na mag-start yung Zoom meeting para dun sa yung interview. My examiner looks like a Filipino, but I'm not really sure. I didn't ask him. But it is very conversational. The question that I was asked is about having pets, which I do not have. So, yun, I just gave my inputs about what kind of pet I would like to have if given the chance. Yun. And the other question is about art and creative people and the use of art in our daily lives, and if I think creative people should be compensated more than they are currently earning. So yun, I think I did okay with that. And yun, basta pinahaba ko lang yung mga sagot ko to prove na kaya kong makipag-converse continuously using the English language. And there is one part in the speaking exam that you'll be given 2 minutes to explain your answer. And the key there is that don't stop talking if the examiner is not stopping you yet. So, if hindi ka pa niya ni-stop magsalita, that means hindi pa tapos yung 2 minutes mo. You have to really maximize those 2 minutes para ma-prove mo na kaya mo makipag-converse using the English language fluently. And that is the 4 parts of the Ielts exam. So, here are some tips na masashare ko aside from dun sa mga na-mention ko na earlier. One is to bring a jacket. Ako personally, lamigin kasi ako talaga. So, just to make sure na maging comfortable ako pagdating dun sa venue, nagdala ko ng jacket. Actually, isa rin to sa mga notes na binigay ng email notification ko before the exam that jackets will be allowed, although watches, no matter what the type is, kahit smartwatch pa yan or analog watch or digital watch, they do not allow watches. So, yun. Another tip for you as well is to check the travel time between your residence to the exam venue. Ako kasi, I had to commute from my house to the venue, so I really estimated the time. I used Google Maps to check kung ilang minutes yung magiging travel time ko. And so I can prepare ahead of time at hindi ako mangarag pagdating dun sa actual exam date. Mahirap kasi na kapag exam date na at na-late ka, it will also affect your confidence and your mental state. So, baka makahamper din yon sa pag-take mo ng exam. If some of you might be wondering kung anong type of IELTS exam yung tinake ko, I took the academic IELTS exam, and fortunately, I got an overall band score of 8.0. So, like you people who are watching, I also watched videos on YouTube about different people's experiences, and hopefully itong na-share ko na very recent ko lang tinake ay makatulong sa inyo in your journey in passing the IELTS exam. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next one.